And we back, y'all. We back and safe and alive. How is everybody? Y'all, let's get back into Miss Nancy Guthrie. Um, Today's supposed to be our day that we should hear some good news, but I really don't know. But the question I do have is Miss Nancy Guthrie alive and safe? I reason, yeah, I slept. I put my dogs in the house. I used to let my dogs sleep with the mom with me. And last night I had to get some sleep because I kept looking at Miss Nancy, and then I turned around and looked at some of my shows, like Eviction and all that kind of stuff. But I had, what's up, Chet? What's up at 46? Miss Nancy she was on my mind because she's an elderly lady, and when you don't help people like that, when you love people, it don't matter who they are. They don't have to be your nationality. They don't have to be. I just love people. Period. Regardless, I just like taking care of elderly people and young, generation, and I get a mixed emotion about Miss Nancy case. Well, I feel sorry for Miss Nancy because she's 84. And just because, well, I know she had a health problem and everything. But y'all, it's something on my mind. I wonder, is she alive and healthy and safe? Is she okay? Is she taking the medication? Why are we getting this? Why are they sending us a mixed emotion, a mixed message that she no longer with us? I believe that, my opinion, just my opinion, and my opinion is not necessarily based on facts, it's just my opinion. If that was my mom, and they trying to get $6 million from me, y'all gonna tell me it's my mom? Show me that my mom alive. Show me if they saying that my mom is not alive. I'm about to get at Ramson and those people. You know what? HELL. I am. They're gonna be paying me $6 million. I'm not about to give them $6 million. I know they want. I believe the mom out there on their property, y'all. I can't believe somebody. If we have seen the evidence that we have seen in this case, and we're going to get into, I'm not in a hurry, the evidence that we have seen in this case, we have seen her DNA on the porch, the camera, the ring cam, they said it was unsubscribed, it was disconnected, they spoke on this floodlights, cameras in the house. They looked down in the tank, septic tank, to see what was down there. They're searching. What came through my head from the first message in a ransom note, was weird, came from a guy in California. It was weird to me. just listen, Gary. Good morning. Hey, Miss Caldwell. See you in a while. But what came across my mind, y'all? Oh yeah, and also they removed a car out of her garage. Her heart monitor is gone. We don't know whether or not she have any medicine. So my thing is today. Okay. Oh yeah, the first message that Savannah received, the family received, the Guthrie family received. They was crying. They was crying on that. They wasn't touching hands. Savannah were really more touchy than they was, but they were hurt too. Everybody grieves different. Uh, did they know the way that the family reacted on the first Ramson note was telling me that they was speaking of the mother in the past tense. Like my mom, she was this and she was doing that. And you know how you talk and sit around when somebody you grieving over your family member. Well, I don't lost my mom. You know how you sit around you talk how good mama was, how mama did this and how mama did that. That's how the first Ramson note came to me. How they were acting. And then the second Ramson note that they reacted to was, "We will pay." And yes, well, whatever y'all do, just go on. I know y'all telling me she deceased. Just bring her home and let us celebrate with our mom. You know what I mean? I got a mixed emotion. My emotions changed from the first Ramson note to the second Ramson note. I got a different reaction. It was like the past tense and all right, just bring her home so we can bury our mom. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, y'all. I've been wanting to stay on she's alive, but I don't. That's why I asked the question, is she alive? Now, today, let's hear this. And the president said it was a solution, and he think that it's going to be solved soon. Then they had us thinking that the cartels was involved. I really think she out there on that property, y'all. When people, but they making it hard for the family. You know what I mean? They know the family's so sentimental, you know. But in my family, you know, like in your family, you got that person gonna make it hard on everybody. So I noticed the brother been chilling, like, you know, got a brother, he worked in the Air Force before, but it's like they know their mom not here with them. Let's get it over with. I'm tired of this. I'm just so sick. Let's celebrate. Let me bring my mama home. Just bring her home. But $6 million? If show me my mom moving around. Don't show me no video. Let me see her. Show me something that she's still alive. Now y'all know you don't send no $6 million. Right, Bill. You don't send nobody. But let me ask y'all the question then. If she's gone, let me ask y'all the question. Will y'all send Bitcoin coin for 6 million? 6 million? Yeah, that's what I mean. Them. Don't put it on me. Don't put it on me. Put it on them. I'm just on going by what these people say. This is what the daughter said celebrating. We don't know what she talking about celebrating, and she said that this is valuable to them. Threw me out when she said, "Well, this is valuable to us." What's valuable? Well, y'all, everybody, all humans, y'all not supposed to think that like, if y'all think alike, this is, but I'm saying this is what I want to stay focused on. I want to stay focused because I'm so passionate in what I do. I just have to calm down sometimes, y'all, because why did this happen to her? And then let me ask y'all something, and I tell me the truth. Tell the truth. Be serious. If this was your parent, if this was your mother, will you send these people $6 million? And if you don't, how do they haven't told us she's alive? They haven't told us what the Ramson note says. Right? It is. Is she alive? So y'all sending $6 million just to bring your mama home and celebrate? Everybody want their mom home, but I'm saying, will y'all give the Ramson people a hard time for taking your mom like that? Because your mom still would have been alive if y'all hadn't took her. Y'all hadn't taken her out of her house. You know what I mean? What do y'all think? I mean, you said Camilla, but I'm saying, listen, y'all. Your mom. I'm not about to give you 6 minutes. Show me my mom's still alive. And I know $6 million to them ain't nothing. But let's I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna play this video and I'm gonna start the video. Now those who not interested in Miss Nancy Guthrie case, y'all just gone. It's a lot of millions of channels on YouTube, okay?
Let's turn it over to Madeline Rivera with the latest on the
Let me turn this up.
Holly and Todd, KGUN9, a local TV news outlet which received one of the original ransom notes, says the demand is $6 million and threatened Nancy Guthrie's life if it's not paid today by 5 o'clock. The family is begging whoever took her to bring her home.
We received your message and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
So the FBI tells the Associated Press when Savannah says in that video, quote, "We have received your message," she is referencing another alleged ransom note sent via email to local TV news station KOLD on Friday. KOLD says that email, which they have not released to the public, did not contain proof of life of Nancy. Guthrie's family is allegedly being told to pay the ransom in Bitcoin.
Everything you do with Bitcoin is really public information. So that you can't hide it. There's no central authority that can withdraw that or take it back. So once it's gone, it's gone. And when it gets in the off-ramp portion, then it's what they do there that investigators are able to see, because that means they're going to have to convert that into some currency one day somewhere else, and likely they'll do it in several different places.
It's been more than 1 week since Nancy was reported missing. Fox
Okay.
saw a lot of activity over the
For those who
weekend.
don't know now look, y'all, wait a minute. Let me go right here. Now, think about it, y'all. Why is Miss Nancy? Why are they doing Miss Nancy like this? Why? And it hit the news this way, y'all. She needs her medicine. But I'm saying, this is why Miss Nancy? Why did this happen to her? Why, when have we ever did anything with Bitcoins? I mean, come on, getting money, $6 million fast, in a hurry, currencies. Come on, y'all. Why her? Why she hit the news like this? Why not your mother hit the news like this? And they took her, and they want $6 million. I guarantee you that Miss Nancy has $6 million in her bank account. You think so? Cause you the second person mentioned it for guilt, and then capture her. You the second person said what you said, and then but I see what both of y'all saying. I see what y'all saying. Because I said to myself, when she drinks, and when she drinking, how do she talk to people? I'm gonna look at her as a sweet old lady anyway, older lady, and I don't pay people no attention, y'all, due to their physical and mental, issues that they are having. So I don't pay people no attention like that. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, mixing things up with medication is not good. I don't know, but wow. I'm just thinking it still, to me, is politics. It's politics and political behind what's going on. Y'all involved the president. Now Trump made me feel comfortable. Like, all right, it's a solution. He said it was a solution and it was going to end. Miss Guthrie now been missing for 2 weeks, y'all. And when you say somebody been missing 2 weeks, when they dimension kick in, they could be missing for 2 weeks until you find them. They could be hiding somewhere. But in her case, we have a ransom note. The family is not telling us, is she alive? Is she still here with us or nothing? We don't have anything. Right, see, I don't want to think like that, sickening. Yeah, 1 week and 1 day, you know, she could still be living, y'all, with her heart monitor like that. It's just for in case it doesn't happen. And then when you don't take your medicine is still in your system. But she needs her medicine now. Do she have her cane? And where did I mean, this is weird. And today, they said they will pay. Now, to be honest with the Guthrie family, I'll get at what the Ramson people. I get them hell, y'all. I'm not about to send them $6 million like that. If y'all trying to tell me that my mother is gone, where y'all put my mom body? I know y'all not walking around with no unalive body in y'all car. Where did y'all bury her up? She had to be buried somewhere. Where is she alive or what? I'm just so upset. Y'all gotta excuse me.
Weeks since Nancy was reported missing, Fox saw a lot of activity over the weekend.
Oh, that's what she did?
Deputies returned to Nancy's house for unclear reasons. The Fox flight team's video captured images of someone in the back of the home searching with flashlights in the desert terrain. Investigators were also inside Savannah's sister Annie's home for 2.5 hours.
Oh, really? Oh, she broke that story? Oh, no, y'all. How y'all know? I've been on that story. Oh, man, Einstein since 2008. I've been sticking with that story. So her daughter covered that story? Well, then, whoa. If Savannah covered that story, Trump, it go back to you. Because you called it a solution. Wow, this is crazy.
Persons of interest at this time. Carly Anton.
Madeline Rivera, thank you. With that, let us bring in former NYPD officer and former member of the FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force, Tom Smith. Tom, what are you going to be watching for
between Michael,
in today's 5 p.m. deadline? Any communication, any further communication that is out.
You know what? I'm going to tell y'all something about the Super Bowl. I went to sleep on it. The only reason why I went to sleep, I have to turn stuff out to keep from getting upset. Because they weren't even playing football out there to me. Patriots play better than that. I know Seahawks. I'm not a Seahawks fan, but Patriots I am. But they don't play like that. They don't play the way they play. No, we saying that no, they did involve Trump with the Einstein. They didn't. We're not. Y'all stop being sensitive. He didn't say that Trump was involved. But Trump did make a speech. Y'all can't be sensitive. We're living now in a sensitive world. Y'all take everything sensitive. Wow.
Because that's what this is. It's a back and forth. A negotiation has to be done in order for this to come to a conclusion. And right now we keep seeing just one-sided communication. There's no back and forth, which alleviates why kidnappings happen, and what goes on in kidnappings. There's got to be a back and forth with whoever has her. And right now we just keep seeing one side of it.
Right. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm glad he's saying that. We just said that, y'all. Only thing we listening to is just one side. This don't seem right to me. This just don't seem right. It really don't. Come on now. At first you wasn't asking for $6 million. Now all of a sudden you asking for $6 million. Come on now. Somebody trying to pay like you. I don't know. That's the first time I ever heard that Savannah covered that case like that. That's the first time. I didn't know it. I'm going to have to look into it.
In that second video was a little despairing. Was a little tough to watch. A lot different than the first one. So you don't know what happened in that time frame and what information they received.
Can we say now with certainty that these ransom notes are authentic? Or could they still be fraudulent?
Oh, they could definitely still be fraudulent. I'm not sold on them 100% at all because of what I said. You know, when you have a kidnapping, kidnappings are quick. Get them, negotiate, give me the money, get your person back.
They don't, Tammy. They don't put everything on here.
Even the perpetrators don't want to hold on to the victims too long because that enables police to track them down quicker. So the length of time is concerning in how much deadline after deadline after deadline is going on. So it's sort of a desperation as well.
So this 5 p.m. deadline may be.
And y'all, did y'all hear? Hold up for a minute. Did y'all see the? Did you see the? The sheriff, he was sitting there looking at her watching a basketball game. He wasn't even out there trying to investigate this case, y'all. He was at a basketball game. And y'all keep bringing up that Super Bowl. I'm gonna be so lost when they're dead at Trump and around. Well, we ain't talking about Trump right now. We talking about, I'm not even talking about Trump, cause I ain't talking about nobody. I'm talking about Miss Nancy. Let's stay on topic, y'all. Let's stay on topic with Miss Nancy, okay? That's what we trying to find out. This situation, what y'all think gonna happen today? You had the sheriff who just won. He's sitting there with his buddies at a basketball game. He's not even trying to investigate the case. I guess he said, well, I don't know what he said, but he should have been out there still trying to pretend like he's looking for her.
Assistant FBI Director Chris Swecker questioned whether this was even a kidnapping in the first place. Tom, if not,
you know what?
Exactly.
That dude right there, I got to put it back on him. You said the same thing I said when I was trying to come up with a title yesterday on one of my live. I was like, is this should I say, was she abducted? What did they kidnap her? What did they do? What do you want to call this? Cause they not putting it in. They not putting it. That's what it is, Tammy. Another distraction. Just like I didn't know is she really kidnapped? What are y'all saying about this case? I just feel sorry for Miss Nancy because she's the older person in this case.
If not, what is this? Exactly, and I said that from day one. What's the end game in this? What's the advantage of taking an 84-year-old woman out of a home?
Right.
Yes, the connection with Savannah, I get that, the public figure. But what's the end game and why do it? I actually think, going on Chris's thought that the kidnapping was a secondary thought. I think something happened in those 40 minutes in that house that prompted them to go to the extra step and take her from that house.
If this crypto transfer does happen later today, could that open up a new channel in tracking these people down?
Oh, any transaction, any interaction.
See, you know what? Savannah. Okay, y'all. Savannah probably been the one getting these threats, y'all. Allegedly. I'm not gonna put it out. I'm not gonna put, but her name came up to numerous of times. Then her name just came up then. If I knew my mom was in a situation like that, she wouldn't be staying at that house by herself. That looked like a big building. She shouldn't be in that house like that.
Tracking them down because someone has to appear somewhere to receive that money, either computerized or physical.
Who's going to pick the money up?
Whatever a drop might be. So anything that has to do with someone receiving anything is a good part for law enforcement. Do you believe collecting a ransom is even the first goal of these kidnappers at this point? No, it's odd. This keeps going back and forth of we keep asking why. And
yeah, he is so right. Why are we going back and forth? 1 minute you crying, 1 minute you're not. 1 minute you got us thinking this way, 1 minute you have us thinking this way. So today at 5 o'clock, I really don't believe they ready for it to stop, y'all. I don't believe they ready for it to end. But she is very public. They can't get to her, so they go to her family. That's what I said, Michael.
The further this goes,
I didn't know she talked like that.
Deadlines pop up.
the more questions arise. So I don't know if this ends. It's not going to end if this transaction takes place, because now you have to track them down. Now you still got to get the bad guys.
Investigators were also seen using a topographical map near a staging area near Nancy Guthrie's home, and also allegedly talking to some gas station workers about surveillance video. So there is a whole other investigation that's taking place outside of this ransom note that could be key to solving this.
Oh yeah, well, when you have a case like this and it's so complex, you have certain teams who are tasked to do things. So you have a negotiation team, you have a surveillance team, you have people who are tracking down license plates, that are all part of this one big team. So everyone has a task to do, and they're not going to stop, no matter what's going on, no matter what group is working on one particular thing, the other groups are going to continue to investigate leads that are coming in.
Michael, watch the first part of your word, okay? Because I want to hear what y'all got to say.
A number of cyber experts
Watch
say
the word.
these emails are encrypted in a way
Right.
that makes it very, very
But you're right,
difficult and
though.
time-consuming. But that said, wouldn't you expect the FBI, with all of its, what I'm going to call, what I assume are much better resources and much better tools, to crack the code on this? Am I being naive, Tom?
No, and that's why the FBI is involved, because they are good at it. I worked with them for 17
But
years
y'all,
on the terrorism
look.
force. They are who you want in this.
The FBI putting out a $50,000 reward, but then you got the ransom note want $6 million. $6 million, and they put out
Right, to be
50,000.
able to do this. But again, we still don't know everything they know. We don't know everything that they're doing, the steps they're taking, or anything.
Right.
That's still
Forgive hand. She did say, I know what you want. That's what I said, that last message. I know what you want, and you would get your money because this is valuable to us. That last message, like she know who it is. I don't think nothing gonna happen today. Let me show y'all this. This is what I want to show y'all also, if you haven't seen it. This here.
Going to take you back out live to Tucson, Arizona, the home of Nancy Guthrie. Investigators are racing against the clock with just a little over 1 day left until the second reported ransom deadline expires. This afternoon, sheriff's deputies were seen walking around the back and sides of Nancy's home. They spent several minutes probing what appeared
Right,
to be
Michael.
a couple of manholes near
Right. What you just said. If you don't know someone alive, the FBI won't let you give them a that's what I'm saying. It ain't making sense. That's why everybody, all of y'all said it from the beginning, that the family knows. So they are really, the family really, the brother hadn't really said anything. He let Savannah handle it. The sister hasn't said anything. She let Savannah handle everything. And when she was over there in the Olympics, this was the great time to come get the mom out the house. But what tripped me out, I believe his sister and the husband was already threatened, because when they let up the garage door, they didn't let up the garage. The mom didn't let up the garage door came up. Hey, baby. The garage door came up by itself, and it went down by itself. They was already in the house. These people are already threatened this lady. I don't think nothing's gonna happen today. I really don't. I just don't. Something always like this happen, don't it? Hey, Carol.
the house, possibly part of the septic system. Let's bring in former Secret Service agent Chuck Marino. Chuck, it's a question I ask all of you experts, which is, as you look at everything that's going on in this case, what stands out in your mind? What questions do you have?
This seems to be taking an extraordinarily amount of time to resolve.
Right.
Time here, historically, in these types of cases, is not good for anybody in terms of outcome for these cases. But as far as the perpetrators go, if this were truly and purely a money grab, in exchange to bring Nancy Guthrie back to her family, in exchange for money or cryptocurrency in whatever form they want to take it. Getting this done faster rather than later.
It's a distraction. It's a distraction, and it go back to what y'all said. What Nancy said when she covered this story back. This Einstein been going on since before I retired. I mean, I've been trying to keep up with that, and then now they don't put a list of names. And when you cover stories like that, you messing with the mafia. See, people don't know it's somebody above everybody. It's somebody above, with the president, above the president. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on in this world. That's what it is, a big distraction. And Savannah, I don't have nothing against Savannah for y'all get sensitive. She know what's going on. These people work for the government. And today, I wish y'all luck. I believe we're gonna have another distraction. Now they don't want it. They scared to get the money. They don't want the ransom people don't want the money now because they upset because Savannah came out too easy wanting to accept that money, y'all. I agree with you. She asked me. Right. And see, Savannah is the youngest child. Right. And see, Savannah, what making that ransom, see, you could make the perpetrator upset too. See, Savannah handled that perpetrator. She upset that perpetrator when she said, "We will pay." Well, Savannah, we don't want you to be. We want you to be crying like you was the first time. See, the first time she was crying and all of that. This time she was like, "Well, I know what you want. Just gone. We'll give you the money." You got to watch it how you approach these people who you messing with. I don't think nothing's gonna happen today. I hope it does, but I really don't. Not the way Savannah came out, y'all, on this last ransom. No, I'm gonna pray that they do. I don't think it's gonna be that easy and simple because see what Savannah got to use. She should use psychology on them. She should have been crying. She should have been crying. Get them what they want. I would have gave them what they want. The brother looked angry. Boy, that brother want to explore on them. Right. They being realistic. Yeah, she know who took her mom. Yes, she knows. And that brother knows she know that brother and sister know mom that Savannah knows what's going on. And Savannah should have kept crying. Oh no, she ain't crying, man. She ain't mad. Her mama gone. Let's go. Cause she wouldn't have said what she said when she was covering the news back then. You know what I mean? She didn't care then. So what she gonna care now for? It's a lot, y'all. Y'all got to look at it. I know it may sound crazy, y'all, but we got to look at things crazy now these days.
This long.
Yeah, that brother mad.
Investigators the upper hand here to be able to hope that the perpetrators either
slip that brother know,
or that the technology can be exploited to track these perpetrators down. So there's been no proof of life right now, which is very concerning, which means originally this could have been a money grab, but something.
But how you going to track the perpetrator now when the perpetrator is smarter than us? They ain't getting away with it anymore. Right. The perpetrators outsmarting us, y'all. See, I ain't nothing before y'all get sensitive with Trump. I don't have nothing against Trump, but before y'all get sensitive. Now, Trump was real cool with this. Trump said, he's not about to get into all in it with y'all. He said it's a solution. When he said a solution, come on now. It's telling us what's going on. And then you got the sheriff. He's supposed to have his behind out here. And he's sitting in a basketball game with his buddies. He had a basketball game. Man, it's just so much going on now they don't start playing with the people now.
Wrong early on with the person that they kidnapped, and they're unable to provide proof or this has been one of the greatest diversionary tactics in history, and ransom has never been the goal of the perpetrators.
Yeah, early in your comments, you said if this were just a money grab, as if you believe maybe it's something else besides.
It is something else.
Ransom. Is that in the back of your mind, or maybe the front of your mind?
It is.
It is.
There is a personal element to
Couple
this.
I read on some.
There is a reason why Nancy.
You know what? Forgive the guilty. The populace we already figured this out. We figured this out a long time ago. Why is it taking them hours and days to play with this case? He said it. Let me take it back. He's saying the same thing we saying. I'm gonna take it back, Mike.
No element to this.
No element to this. He said it. No element to this. I'm gonna take it back so y'all can hear him.
Else besides a kidnapping for ransom. Is that in the back of your mind, or maybe the front of your mind?
It is. It's there is a personal element to this.
He said that this is a personal element. This is personal. We already know this. Savannah knows this. She worked with these people every day. They're around each other every day. She knows exactly what's going on. And today, I hate to keep saying it though. I don't want nothing to happen. I hate that the mom had to be the one to take it this way. I wish they would have took the sister instead of the mama. I hate they took this happened to this elderly lady because she was in the house when they was in the house when they dropped her off.
There is a reason why Nancy Guthrie was taken. There is no doubt in my mind that this has to do with her daughter, Savannah, and Savannah's notoriety and perceived wealth as a part of that notoriety. So this has a very personal touch, if you will, in my opinion. There's a reason why this is not being resolved so quickly on the part of the perpetrators. They are not, in my opinion, going out of their way to resolve this quickly. Didn't
I just say that? Didn't I just tell y'all that? I just told y'all that the perpetrator is not going to let this go just this easy. They about to play tic-tac-toe with Savannah. Because Savannah did not handle that last message right. They are doing the same thing we doing. They looking at that first, how she cried the first time. The second time, oh well, let me give y'all what y'all want. They don't work like that. You can't play mind games like that with these people. Thank you, Mike. I mean, come on, y'all. They not gonna do anything today because they upset with Savannah. $6 million is nothing to Savannah. Money is not nothing to her. Oh well, you just here. I'm gonna give you what you want, so I can go to work. Whew, Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Now, we know the families put out 2 videos. Obviously, very strategically stated in terms of what they're talking about in there. There's no doubt that they're working very closely with the FBI on the messages that need to be conveyed. And
another thing, when have y'all ever know the FBI put up $50,000 for anyone? I've been living in this world 67 years. And I ain't never heard nothing like this. And I be into politics. I be into stuff like this. But when have you ever know the FBI, lately in all the other cases, the FBI's, all these cases we've been covering over here, the FBI don't want to help find nobody. Here you go. You got Shaquetta Robinson. This black little girl, the young girl was over there in Mexico with her friends. and they claimed that they was fighting and stuff like that. They left her over there and went to the United States, and they don't change their name, and they didn't do nothing about it. Biden and them didn't do nothing about that. Come on, y'all. Y'all don't see what's going on here? They didn't do that. She right there she was in Mexico. And then here we is now with Miss Nancy Guthrie case. Them people over there in Mexico playing with them. It's somebody. I'm going to tell y'all, when you mess with them cartels, people, you in trouble. I don't care if you the president. Them cartels run this country. I heard to see y'all won. Now, why you say that, Mike? I'm mad. Right. Come on, y'all. Put two and two together. If we don't open up our eyes as the people and mentally stop getting distracted with all this confusion, turning on each other, talking about each other, and don't find out what's going on, we gonna go down. Everybody gonna go down. It ain't gonna be no color go down. Y'all gonna go down. See, I'm be still sitting over here in my house, in my bed.
Here have an advantage in that they are seeing the emotional strain up close and personal that this is causing on the family, specifically Savannah Guthrie.
Yeah, one of the advantages they have too is sort of the remoteness of this
right.
crime scene. Our Alicia Acuna kind of walks us through that. I want to play that for you now.
So you've got Nancy's house. It's in the middle, and the lots are large enough for privacy. We walked the front of the properties, and on one side, mailbox to mailbox, it's about 300 feet. On the other side, it's a little closer. But with both the homes...
I'm going to play this, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and play this. I'm about to tell y'all something. Savannah wrong for letting her mama stay out here in a house in a big castle like this. An 84-year-old woman out there who can fall, and ain't nobody in the house. You gonna tell me ain't nobody in this house with this 84-year-old woman? And y'all know we have to, when our mama, my mama was 83, but my sister was there with her. But I'm saying though, still, look, y'all, she cannot have been in this house like this by herself. This is so sad. Even if she didn't want nobody out there, send a nurse to come visit. Y'all out here in the desert. Look. I'm sick of it. I'm just sick of the foolishness that we're listening to.
Flank her house, there are lines of vegetation, cactus, and from what we could gather, it appears the neighbors to the back may have the best vantage point to her home. And hopefully someone back there has a door cam pointed in the right direction.
That would be a tall order, it would seem to me, in that part of the country.
And why is the mom... Y'all, listen, I'm just upset. I'm just upset. The thing is, why is the mom, Ring Camber, is unsubscribed? Why is her credit card expired? What is going on here in this house? What is really going on? Yeah.
When you're that far from your neighbors, you're not worried about covering your backyard with a camera necessarily.
Right.
What do you think?
They supposed to be in a nice area. That's why I tell people, I don't care where you move to, what area you live in. If they want you, they gonna get you. So you can't, yeah, they neglect that lady. But yeah, if these people want you, they'll come in the quietest neighborhood. Look, when the lights go off out there, it's black dark for an 84-year-old woman out there. You got the swimming pool over here. Look like somebody keeping it up so they can swim. I mean, the yard is kept up perfectly. What is the house like on the inside? I'm so sick of this.
Yeah, this is an entirely friendly environment for somebody that would want to carry out this type of attack.
Right.
It's beneficial. It's advantageous to them based on the remoteness, the darkness, and if pre-surveillance were conducted on this site, which I believe it was by the perpetrators, the limited capability technologically to be able to capture the perpetrators via the footage to share with law enforcement. We know that the majority of that is absent in this investigation. So it seems like the perpetrators here on the technological side are a bit sophisticated.
All of them.
As time goes
You know
on,
what, Tanya? The whole family know about this. It been going on, but they didn't know when it was going to happen. See, when Trump touched down and started coming out there getting them people and taking them back, that ICE, hey, you think about it, it's a whole lot in playing. Like, y'all got to be careful. But when you work with the government and all of that, they don't share a lot. My mom worked for the government, and she didn't share a lot of stuff with us. She couldn't talk to us about.
More opportunities for them to slip up. Now, it'll require more communication from them because, as I've said, there's been no reported proof of life, which the family has been very clear, and rightfully so, that they are not going to pay the ransom until they see that.
And you know about the person, the ransom person. I'm not going to hold y'all up. You know the person that the ransom people who want the money. They took the oldest person. They took the oldest person, and they took she 84. She had heart problem. Did y'all care? That's what I'm asking the house. I guess I'm gonna talk to the house. Did y'all care what was gonna happen to y'all mom? Cause the mom showed like that. I know she in a good neighborhood, but if you live, the way you depend on the way you live depends on the outcome of what can happen to your family. The way you live. No, I'm not even blaming Trump. I'm not blaming Trump. I'm not blaming no one. I'm just saying, I'm just speaking my opinion. We already know what's behind all of this because of Savannah. We know. Let me see what else I can find, y'all. Cause I that's all. Those was the only two I was gonna bring y'all into. I just can't wait to see the news for today, y'all. Really, that's all I have for y'all this morning. You know, I hate that they took an older lady. They took the elderly lady, and when you work with people like that, let me show a good picture of Miss. Let me see, can I find a picture of Miss Nancy? That's what I'm worried about. It's a lot of people y'all take care of older people, and they don't deserve this. She didn't deserve this. She didn't. Took that. And the church people, I'm surprised the church people ain't making no noise, y'all. Well, it all depends on what kind of church you go to. Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all did an awesome job, and thank y'all for being here. Y'all, hey, y'all, let's stay on their tails on these cases. And then, hey, send Trunk up there. I tell you what, the Robinson family, I know this is a different topic, but Shaquetta Robinson family, maybe Trump can help y'all. Biden didn't do nothing to get your daughter some justice. Talk to Trump. Okay, I'm out.